Whoa, why can't I hear? Oh, there we go. What's up, babe?
know, I just woke up from a little nap. It's a little dark, but you guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
It's time to do.
Oh man, what up, Ray?
What's up, dude? What's up, dude?
Ooh. Can I get a howl?
Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Can I get a Stone Cold Steve Austin 2-beer salute?
Yo, speaking of Stone Cold, you ready for this? Here, let me clear off my desk.
You're gonna hit me with the vest? Are you gonna put on the vest?
Oh,
You could literally do it.
Oh, I got a vest for you, man. Here, let me just set this down on my.
Holy smokes, guys, we're so official.
We got sponsor, baby.
We're so official. It's only taken Orphan continuously drinking Spindrift on camera for 2.5 years to get the plug.
Yo, we got pineapples. We got, what is this? What is this? Raspberry cranberries.
Oh my good. Are these all new flavors?
I don't think so. We got lemons.
I've never seen the pineapple before. That
Dude.
sounds fire.
Bro, and there's a second layer in here.
We can't even see you anymore.
It-
We can't even see you.
There's that. Is this a vibe?
Spindrift is going to be so pleased by all this on-camera time.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, here, let me.
Big boy.
I gotta put this away. But we got flavors, man. Okay, chat. You gotta tell me. Should we be drinking cranberry raspberries, or I think this is the new flavor. I think it's mint lime is the new flavor.
Oh, that sounds refreshing. Wow, Spindrift, that sounds refreshing. What mad scientist came up with that?
Well, the only problem is that it's not real fruit juice. Wait just a second. It is real fruit juice.
Hold the phone.
Wait just a
Anyone
cotton
told you
picking minute.
different.
It's
Yeah.
fruit juice.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll bust all of these open.
Yeah, crack all 10 flavors open at the same time. Just do a flavor test.
But I gotta say, they came through. I wasn't
Get one over to. Can we first class one over to Dub right now and get it on camera?
I want to. I don't.
Does anyone know a guy?
Does anyone know a teleporter guy?
Yeah.
So
That looks fancy, dude.
So we're pretty fancy these days. I'm gonna try this. What? A lime mint, like a mojito flavor.
Is it cold or is it room temperature?
See, that's the best part. It got delivered and it's been sitting outside, so they're like icy cold.
Oh, it's perfect. I was worried. I was worried it would be room temp and you wouldn't get like a good flavor on it.
I got to tell you, it is hot in this room, so I am looking forward to this.
I need this.
It is.
Brother, I need this.
Thursdays are my streaming day, so the lights have been on all day, and it is hot up here in the attic.
Yeah. Real kings come home and crack open spin drifts. Okay, you heard it here first.
Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty good. Yeah. When are we gonna get a beer sponsor?
Hopefully never. Hopefully Spindrift continues to sponsor our entire lives, even though they're not sponsoring us right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, technically, I don't know. They sent us a bunch of stuff, so that's cool.
It's got to count. It's got to count for love, at least.
Yeah, I want to be on their board of directors, and so until that happens,
we're on our way, baby. We're on our way.
Oh man,
how is it? Did you take a first sip?
I did. It's pretty good. It tastes like a little mojito.
Ooh. Yo, Germ said he might actually have a beer sponsor. What the fuck?
Jeremy, do it. Then these. Yeah, I don't think we should drink on stream. I think these would get way more out of hand than they already are.
Oh, there's no doubt. The only reason we haven't been canceled yet is because we haven't had alcohol on stream.
Yeah, the inhibitions have been just high enough
to not push it over the edge.
Any lowered would be a disaster.
It's true. It's true. Holy shit.
Well, what do we got going on today, Rye? Since our shameless plug is out of the way.
Bro. Yeah. Well, long awaited, way too long. We have been watching Shrapnel for so long now as they've been in development. We've been hearing about them at game conferences. We've been seeing the tweets, people gushing over the graphics and the gameplay. It's Shrap Night, dude.
Shrap
It's
Night,
not the
baby.
official Shrap Night as Dub has coined, but it is Shrap Night here in the cellar. And we got your boy Dub. He's going to be joining us in just a second. We're going to be talking all things Shrapnel. But first, I figured we'd go through what just happened at Paragon's DAO.
Perfect. Yeah, I just got done streaming the Primea Wars. Today was the grand finale, Augencore, run by Mr. K-Back versus Cathari, run by Brazy, the Ice Prince. And it was, dude, it was a great tournament, I got to say. People probably get tired of me saying it, but it was just really fun. There were like a billion different formats, fun games every single day, like games outside of the normal meta that you would see on ladder. The guys who are playing at a high level right now have great personalities, so it was just fun to hear them talk and spit about the game a little bit. So
I really liked that dynamic when I tuned in.
Yeah, were you watching earlier?
Yeah, the team mics, and also just like, I mean, they're pretty organized. Like, I was actually wondering to myself, is it going to be complete chaos on each team side when they're trying to make that last few second decision?
Yeah.
But it wasn't. And also just like hearing their thought process of like, yeah, lay out the scanner probe to like take some shit cards here and there and this and the other thing. And like, yeah, Kovac lolling as he's playing the John emotes.
John,
pretty good.
It made me kind of sad because it really made me see how terrible John actually is. I think I had deluded myself into thinking that he was viable, but people just didn't know how to play him yet. And then I realized pretty quickly that's just not the case.
Big as Zaddy energy aside from Tane, though. If there is a 1-2, it's Tane John.
Yeah, he probably has a huge cock.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And I know that's lore. That's getting into deep lore territory, but there's no way he doesn't.
I'm pretty sure it's revealed in the next comic.
Do you think that
I heard a leak?
That'd be awesome. Do you think that any of the characters in Shrapnel have just overwhelming peni?
I mean, if I were the game designer, I would. I know there's a setting in Baldur's Gate. There's a setting in Baldur's Gate where you can control that. So
no way.
Dude, gun size, could you imagine just taking that slider?
That'd be pretty cool. Dude, Baldur's
know?
Gate is probably the horniest game I've played ever.
It's pretty.
It's like every chat box tries to get you to bang
Yeah.
someone, and I got like
Central.
uncomfortable. I was like sexually uncomfortable playing that game.
It actually made you uncomfortable?
Yeah.
That's a lot of sexual tension.
It's like, hey, do you want to fuck this bear? And it's like, bro, I'm just trying to like get some loot.
I just logged in, man. Chill out.
Yeah, it's
I
like-
just turned the game on.
Like before you press a new game, it's like, here's a bear to fuck.
You get like pop-ups everywhere. When did they introduce pop-ups?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it gives you your computer a porn virus.
Yeah.
And
It's like extends or like gas station rhino pills sponsored this pop-up.
that's too much. That's too much. Oh, that's so funny.
That's amazing.
If anyone's played that game, they know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
We know.
Well, I think this is a perfect segue to get Dub in here.
I mean,
I can't see a better
Yeah.
segue coming up anytime soon.
I don't know how to set this up better myself.
Let's
Let's get the homie on.
let's bring the man, the myth, the legend. Big round of applause for Dub talking Shrapnel. Oh, what's up,
What
Dub?
up, my guys? Dude, I literally just left our like monthly all hands team meeting, and I thought it was a really good idea to just be like, hey guys, just hang out, enjoy the food. I'm gonna put on the Cellar GG stream on for everyone to watch. So the entire studio just caught that last 20 minutes.
Oh no.
Oh,
And
with
Oh.
respect.
hard at work on making the biggest of penises in Shrapnel happen.
Good.
Request for product, Team Trap.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
shame on me for arriving with a Waterloo.
Oh
Uh,
my
But
God.
I'll just keep that.
Excuse
that
Get him
covered.
out of here.
You did the rival?
It's garbage. There's no fruit juice in it. It has no flavor.
Wow, perfect
It
plug.
barely even sparkles, even though it's sparkling water. So give me
Holy
some
moly.
Spindrift in the office. I'm requesting it.
Spindrift, can we help out our friends at Shrapnel, please?
Yeah, Shrapnel wants a sponsorship too.
Yeah. They're working
Yeah.
hard day and night. They're coding. They're making great gameplay. They're staying up playing the game. Can we fuel their gameplay, please, Spindrift?
Come on, guys. You know what
I
would
mean,
be
we're
cool?
not staying up late playing the game. We're staying up late playing parallel, to be honest.
Oh, okay. There's a balance. Of course, there has to be a
Yeah,
balance.
It'd be cool
That
to
makes
have a skin in the game where instead of a grenade, it's a Spindrift bottle. You throw it out there, and
And
then
it just sprays.
a fruit
No, it
explosion.
should be the Sigma container unit. Like you run around, grab Sigma, and you put it in your Spindrift.
Yo, perfect.
Just keep
I
on
like that.
going.
Exactly.
This is where the
Oh,
best
man.
ideas happen. It's on stream. I'm convinced.
Yeah, I'm glad the
I'm
team's
sold at
tuning
this
in.
point.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
they'll learn
exactly.
something.
Yeah.
I'm in like a glass room thing too, and can just see them, and it's just shocked faces all around.
Guys, this is gonna be a
what we
roller
pay This
coaster.
guy for?
Yeah. This is
Like,
where
I
our
had
money's
my
going.
intro and everything. Yeah,
What-
I'm gonna be looking for a new job next week. It sounds like.
Dude, there's always a spot for you here, Dub.
Oh man, I love you guys. So glad to be here, and
Yeah.
obviously I've been like a fan for a long time. So stoked to be on the other side of the stream.
Hell yeah. The
Thanks,
feeling
man.
is mutual, man.
Yeah.
I remember when we I think we've seen many of your streams, but you were actually playing in a Paladins DAO tournament and you were
Oh, yeah.
casting. And I I remember like watching the stream back because I think Orphan was hosting, and you were just like cracking up in between gameplay, and I was like, I like Dub. I like Dub's energy. He's cool, man.
Just there for the vibes, man.
Yeah, we love it, dude. We fucking love it. But yeah, tell us more. Like, what do you specifically do at Shrapnel before we dive into the goodies?
Yeah, totally. I'm at the studio. My big role here is to represent the community at the studio and be the guy that's like getting the answers and connecting the team to make sure what the community's looking for is what we're actually delivering.
Awesome.
And a very heavy focus on Discord as well. So all of the things that I do really lead to Discord events and things like that. And just really focused on making sure our community's stoked and has a bunch of events. And I also take care of like some all of our like Web3 kind of partnerships and things that happen, as well as our live events. We call them Shrap Houses. We've done a couple of them now, where essentially like events like GDC that's upcoming, or Art Basel like we did. We rent a couple Airbnbs, load it up with all of our creator friends, and go and buy Nerf guns and shoot each other and have a fun time.
I saw that.
It's
I was
the
like,
best
"Oh,
way to
shit."
describe it.
I was so busy during Art Basel, and then I saw your Nerf battle tweet, and I was like, that looked like a good time.
Dude, childhood dream come true with a credit card and a $3,000 budget at Target.
That's so good,
and 3
man.
shopping carts full of Nerf guns. And the cashier's just looking like, okay, you're living the dream.
They got it figured out. That's awesome,
that
dude.
was great.
What are you guys doing? What's the activation at GDC?
So at GDC, we are partnered with AVAX and Wolvesdow guys on our Shrap House. So it's not just us running it this time.
Okay.
It's a couple other parties involved, which is fun. We rented a couple of them. I'm looking at picking up a third now. We are working hard to possibly have the game available to play and all that kind of stuff beyond
Sick.
just us being there and being the rowdy bunch that we are. And yeah, just GDC has been an event that I've gone. This will be like my third or fourth one that I've gone to. Is actually my very first intro into Web3 was manning a booth at GDC for a
Oh, no
Web3
way.
company.
Really?
Oh, that's awesome.
So the event means a lot to me, and stoked to be able to support people to come over, and then to also have like a chill hangout spot in the Bernal Heights area, and just have a good time with friends.
That's awesome. So definitely find these guys if anyone, any of you watching are going to GDC. That sounds like it's
yeah.
gonna be a great time.
Yeah, we're gonna, and I know the merch is like a hot topic. People are literally like just DMing me shirt sizes and addresses, expecting me to send
No
it to them.
context,
Just cold
like
call.
no
Yeah.
hello.
It's just like, I'm an XL, and here's where to ship it. And it's like,
You know what to
sick.
do.
Good to know ya. But we're gonna bring a shit ton of merch to GDC and be distributing it that way.
Awesome.
So definitely, yeah, if you're in San Francisco, don't DM me your size. Just find us, and we'll take care of you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Magnum.
Yeah.
Yeah. His orphan side is Magnum. That's what he tells everyone.
It's a Fruit of the Loom exclusive. I don't know if you guys carry those.
Hey,
or not,
all merch is on the table, and we're looking for new ideas to do some
There you
dope
go.
stuff. So
That's why
a
we're
nice
here, dude.
pair of tidy whiteys in Magnum size might fit the bill.
Yeah.
Shirts without their top buttons.
There
know?
you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I'm gonna try really hard to make it to GDC, and this will be my very first one,
Good.
so I'm pretty pumped.
Shit, I don't know if I'm ready for IRL orphan, but
He's less gregarious. He's more of a normal person, believe it or not.
I believe it.
And there's not a
That's
camera
funny.
involved.
There's bravado that comes with being in an attic behind a camera, that
It's the
doesn't
air-
translate to mass quantities of people.
Yeah, that's fair.
And did we get you guys in for the playtest tomorrow, or?
Yo, let's talk about that.
I believe
I don't
so.
think that I have the CPU power to handle it. I know his rig does.
I got an email, and so I think I'm pretty much ready to go. I got to
Oh
double
shit, you got
check.
the email? Oh fuck, I need to make a Discord announcement about that. Oh well, they can wait.
You can do it in
Let
a
him be befuddled for an
You can
hour.
do it in a
Why did
second.
I get this email?
I could be wrong.
No, you're right.
Got
I
something.
knew it was coming out. I just didn't realize my timing here.
Mm.
But no, that's great. That
messing
means you can essentially download the game right now.
Oh,
You're not going to be able to obviously play the matchmaking and everything, but you should be able to log in and see our glorious main menu and a Nikki
Awesome.
screen. And honestly, Rye, you should just try
okay.
and see
I
if
will.
it plays. We have people saying that they're playing on toasters in Bulgaria and pulling it off just fine.
So you're saying there's a chance.
That's some
I'm saying there's a
optimization.
chance, baby.
Damn.
We'll
right, cool.
message and slide you in. I got a couple
Okay.
people that I'm sliding in, even though the forms and emails have already happened, as you know. But anything for my guy. And yeah, so I mean, this is our operator holders plus my friends play test that it's the last one essentially before we go live for STX next week.
Oh wow.
We had done this last week with our
Yeah.
operator holders, and it was funny in the studio, and our all hands were basically we have a bunch of industry vets, and they're like, I've never seen a game at this stage go so well
Oh
in
wow.
starting like this, as far as like bugs go, server consistency, all of these things. So we're feeling great. We're hoping things don't all of a sudden blow up tomorrow for whatever reason. I don't think it will. I'll
Sure.
catch all the blame if it does. But yeah, so stoked for that. It'll be from 4 to 7 p.m. PST.
Mm.
I'll be hanging out in the Discord with a couple of our KOLs and everything, just streaming it so people who aren't able to play are able to watch and make fun of me for dying when I die and all. People
I'm
just
sure-
love to shit on me.
I was
it's
gonna
weird.
say, I'm sure people relish in the opportunity to murk you in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of the very bare bones of our gameplay loop. Essentially, you're gonna spawn in a random location with a match of 12 other people. No one's on your team. We haven't introduced team play yet. It is something like down the road that we'll do. And then you start exploring this map that has some gray box elements, has one section of the map that's absolutely textured out and beautiful. And then you'll start to get like random sirens and notifications in your ear that there's an asteroid coming and impacting.
Oh, I've seen
Let's
that.
go.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Dude, it's
there's
so
two,
beautiful.
right? Yeah,
It's
so
crazy.
that's essentially where players will start running to. So like everyone's going to start, they're going to load, they're going to kind of explore, look for a
Mhm.
box, see if they can find a shotgun in a crate to add to their inventory.
Yep.
And then those pings will come up and people will just kind of gravitate towards that because that's where the Sigma is. Once
Okay.
you pick up like a piece of this green rock Sigma, then you have special abilities and powers. Like you have this force push kind of thing that we have now. Disney, don't come after me with using force push. We have a Sigma something. I can't remember what our completely legally compliant
Sigma
name is on
shove?
that, but maybe that's it. But it's
Great
literally,
alliteration.
as you would expect, it's pretty cool. Like if you just turn the corner on someone and you need to knock them out or knock them
that's cool.
back, you can use that. And
It's like the
it's kind of
melee
cool. We're going to
equivalent.
introduce more abilities later. And that's like the core of the lore too, where it's like this asteroid is bringing down this weird mineral that, you know, society is just figuring out how to use it, and it's causing weird abilities and powers. And, you know, we're going to definitely introduce more as we develop, but this is just the core. So after people get Sigma and, you know, some people die in the process, then there's an extraction helicopter that kind of comes in, and then you have to get inside this red flagged square and hold your spot for like 10 seconds, and then you get extracted out.
Dope.
Cool.
There's like 2 waves of that, where there's the final extraction where one person can get out in the final one, and then everyone else who's left on the map, they die.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool.
So it's a true like extraction game.
yeah.
And then what's cool is next week in February 8th, 9th, and 10th in STX1, we have the $100,000 leaderboard that'll go alongside all of that for whoever collects the most Sigma. So the top 1,000 Sigma collectors get prizes in our Shrap token.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
You guys are cooking, boy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, we're off to the races, and essentially it's
Love
like
it.
we're going from being the hype most anticipated thing to we're out and we're regularly kind of available. It's not 24/7
Mhm.
right out the gate. It's going to be, you know, up for 3 days, down for 2 weeks, up for 3 days until we hit that moment. But it's great to finally be here, because what I'm excited for people to see is how fast our game team like develops and iterates. So everyone's going to play this, and then 2 weeks later they're going to see all the updates and how fast this team builds stuff.
That's cool.
And, you know, kind of like that building in public style of thing, and it's new to gaming. Everyone's like uncomfortable. It's like showing their underwear to everyone, right? Not Orphan gets it and he's using it,
understand
but
that
not
feeling.
everyone else
Yeah.
really gets it. So it's cool to see him struggle through that, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Plus, you feel like you're part of the journey too. as a
Right.
collector and as a fan.
Yep, exactly. And to get in, it's just an extraction pack is what you'll need to play.
Okay.
We have those available constantly for sale for $20, but we also give them out quite often. Like if you come to any one of my game nights and say, "Dub, just give me a code," I'll probably dish you a code. Like we want people to come in, we want people to play, and it's
Sure.
just all about building like an organic community right now, and
Yeah.
having a core Web3 community as well. Because we're going to quickly introduce all of our Web3 economy and marketplace stuff as well in upcoming STXs. And
Okay.
it'll be critical that we have, these Web3 guys who are used to all these things rather than a bunch of gamers who, once they hear we're doing that, are out the door or something like that,
Sick, man.
Yeah. How do you guys feel like you're positioned? Are you, because we know there's Web3 aspects to what you guys are doing. Is it like full launch, full product? Is it going to be just on Epic, on Steam for Web 2 people to play as they wish, and then there's Web 3 on top of that? Or how integrated is all that stuff?
I think it's so integrated to the point where I don't expect us to be on Steam at that time.
Okay.
Like we'll stay to Epic so that we can have the same like consistent experience for everyone. But I do feel like our experience is very much like, I don't want, Trojan horse isn't the right way to say it, but it is kind of like that, where it's a Web3 product that's wrapped under all these Web2 things. Like even the extraction packs are just codes that you send to people that are going to become NFTs in the future.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And down the line as we activate that. So it's a great way where if, all of my friends in my like Discord that I play CS2 with and stuff like that, they're in there. They have accounts and they have all the extraction packs because I told them, I'm like, yeah, normally it's $100, but I'm giving it to you. And they're like, okay, I'm in. Yeah. It's like money, great. Right. Sigma leaderboard, like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
And like, it's not, they go and they play the game and then they get the Web3 rewards after the fact. And I think that's a key thing to this, is they don't have to set up a MetaMask right away or anything like this.
Right.
We create it for them on Shrapnel.com when they do that, and all those kind of elements,
So you have like custodial wallets that are set up at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. So we're partnered with Stardust on our wallet infrastructure and everything for that.
Cool. That's smart. It's easy, frictionless onboarding for the people.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not targeting those non-crypto people right now. We're waiting until the game's like fully available, all this kind of stuff, because definitely thinking about an alpha experience that's not constantly live, Web3 users will gravitate towards that, and they'll wait a week to come in to play a game like ours, while a Web2 user, they'll want to play it right away, and if they can't, they'll forget about it. Unless there is some major financial incentive that they understand. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, the demographic is really interesting in how we sort of function differently and want to be a part of that play testing. And we're comfortable, like you said, waiting. We understand there's a bit more acceptance there. So that's even better for like getting feedback immediately, being able to go back to our computers and start working on things, and then come back with the end result, which is awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the difference between this weekend's playtest and the STX with the huge prize pool coming up? Is this weekend more about play stability and making sure that it's ready for STX?
Yeah, we've implemented. So we did one previously last week to make sure it was like really good. And then once that was like, okay, it's really good, we pushed a bunch of updates. We changed some things. We're going to see how that lands tomorrow. It is an operator NFT holder only playtest, so it's a bit more gated. And then next week is really the big bang, where it's like anyone with an extraction pack, my own friends, they're going to be playing, and that Sigma leaderboard as well. And the fact that it's open for 8 hours on 3 consecutive days rather than 3 hours for just come hang out with Dub kind of session.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
I know so like our bread and butter is parallel, right? And so for For
Right.
anyone who's new to the game, what does the gameplay loop look like compared to current FPS games that are out right now? Is it like Call of Duty, like Tarkov, Fortnite? Like, what would you most liken it to for people new to
Yeah.
it?
It's hilarious when I describe this because I've literally never played or seen Tarkov.
Yeah.
But I know that our game is most like Tarkov because
Okay.
I know it's not like the experience of the other ones. The experience of the other ones, like Call of Duty, you log in and you get sniped. Then you spawn again and you run faster this time and then get sniped. While for us, with this game and from talking to everyone is our time to kill is much longer.
Okay.
And then that discovery of another person to fight against really happens like 2 or 3 minutes in after you spawn.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So it's really like you spawn, you're kind of in this open area looking around. If you've played before, you kind of know where to go get loot and then to prime yourself for the next asteroid that's coming in.
Mhm.
Or like where the spawns are and you start trying to run towards another spawn and find a person to hopefully fight them right away. But it's very much like you spawn, you search around and look around, try to find that person, and then when you find them, it's really a battle. Uh, yeah, like that video you're showing right now. So many of these things go down, and then there'll be like a third party or a fourth party that comes in because they hear the gunfire. I think the
Oh,
gunfire
right.
is like really loud,
Okay.
and really realistic in that sense.
Yeah.
Where when it goes down, people are like, okay, there's a fight over there.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
go try to snipe them or something like that.
Sick.
And then really the Sigma collection and the extraction for as players play their second time or third time or get in their like first hour in, they really get focused in on that element, and then that guides everyone into this loop where they're like really challenging each other at these key points that we want them to be fighting at, and then fighting for that last like extraction spot to get out of the map.
Gotcha. What is the reward structure like when it comes to wins and collection of Sigma? Is there like a cumulative effect of Sigma in terms of how it even impacts the token itself?
So the way it works right now is specifically in game when you're collecting Sigma, when you first collect your very first one, even 5, you can use your Sigma ability, but there's 3 levels to the Sigma ability where it'll get stronger if you have like 100 Sigma.
Oh,
And then
okay.
once you have 200 Sigma, it's like even stronger. And that kind of affects the immediate then and there.
Mhm.
And then for outside of the game, right now the Sigma leaderboard is just to that 3-day window, and it's cumulative. So whoever collects the most, I think the first place is a very hunky amount of Shrap token that they'll be taken away. And that's the core right now. In the future, those elements are still being designed and figured
Mm.
out. It's not necessarily like, oh, I extracted 200 Sigma and that's 50 Shrap token
Sure.
because of some like swap
Yeah.
or something. Like we're not building that. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
really
yeah.
happening. I think it's the future loop is more about taking your operator that you play as and building out their leveling and getting them to like level 99 and all of their spec trees and their different abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating because this first game loop, it's so baked down into one experience. Everyone's playing as Aniki, even though in the future there's going to be like 12 different operators
Okay.
to potentially choose from and to build out. If you want to be a creep in a bush that's all bush camoed out, you're that
The
dude, or
ghillie
you're
suit.
or you're a big warrior, and this kind
That's
of
sick.
thing. And we're going to allow for people to kind of build out characters according to
Okay.
their gameplay that they want. And for sure, what you extract is going to have a big part of that. Some other elements we're putting in there is that the rarest things, and like, for example, you are going to be able to collect pieces of operators to take and to have a new operator in the future. You can extract
Oh,
that in the
cool.
game.
Like,
And the rarest ones are going to be extractable at the very end when like the final extraction is kind of happening. That
Okay.
way the best players who are still alive at the end of a match are getting the best loot in this kind of
Got
thing.
it. Got it. And does that loot then carry over? I mean, I guess we'll see in the
It
play
will. It's
testing.
not. It's
Yeah.
not going to in this playtest.
Okay.
Inventory is not going to be persistent. Everyone's going to have the same loadout.
Mm.
But as we build out everything, then it's a true extraction shooter where whatever
Mm.
you're taking from that match is actually a thing that you can use to get a weapon, whether it's a weapon skin as well that you want to keep or you want to
Yeah.
sell.
That's really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think the weapon skins market and economy that happens once we have it out is the thing that I'm most excited for, because I look at it as very similar to CS:GO in
Yeah.
that it's an open marketplace, but what's different about it is that anyone can create a weapon skin. So that way, if someone is a great artist somewhere and is just not connected,
Oh,
they can
yeah.
still do that and
Mhm.
sell that. And then we're also going to generate our own and make very awesome stuff that we'll sell and
Yeah.
distribute how we distribute. And then the fact that they can also then be found randomly in the game, you know, and for you to unlock and this kind of stuff. Having those three elements and differences compared
Yeah.
to the way it works in CS2 makes me really excited, and that's what my friends are excited about too, just because there are CS2 maxis.
Yeah. It empowers the players and the creators. Like you don't have to necessarily be a good player, like you said, to
Exactly.
have a market. Yeah, that's really cool.
Well, and the third consumer that we want to support is the one who just wants to degen and just wants to like bet
Yeah,
and bet,
baby.
you know, like he wants to be like, okay, this guy created the dopest map I've ever seen. I'm
Yeah.
staking, or you know, we'll figure out what those are.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but we definitely want that as well.
That's cool. So it's like you could basically do like on-demand betting with Shrap tokens or skins or what have you.
Don't quote me yet on it.
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't know exactly what it'll be.
There's
But
stakes at
for
play
sure
though.
that's a user base that we don't want it just to be creators and gamers. We want it to be creators, gamers, and collectors.
Mm.
Is a
Awesome.
better way than saying degens, but
Yeah, yeah. You're speaking our language though.
Collectors.
I know the linguo.
Big air quotes around that.
Yeah, and it's funny
Yeah.
that the guy that's on the VOD right now, that's Relaxed RPG,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
he's created my insignia, many others, and like he's
Oh,
actually
dope. That's
an
cool.
insignia creator, but also a Tarkov content creator.
Oh,
and
no
big
way.
fan of the game, and
Oh, wow.
you know, so it's really cool to see guys like him. He even went and ordered a custom Shrapnel beanie that he's wearing right now, just
I
to,
saw it in the
for me
video.
to be
Yeah.
a little bit jealous with my AVAX beanie.
Yeah, where's mine, bro?
I like my
Yeah.
setup because I have the AVAX beanie and I have a Solana Play GG headphones.
it all
and I have a
covered.
big bag of parallel ETH NFTs. So I'm just like, I'm everywhere, man. I'm cross chain.
I like it, dude.
Real Renaissance
it.
man.
Yeah, truly.
exactly.
I love hearing so many references to Tarkov because like I absolutely love that game. It's but it has like a ton of flaws, right? And so there's plenty of room
Right.
to upgrade on it, make it more fun, make it less chunky, or you know. But that concept, especially people have been saying since the beginning, and this is why we're excited to be talking with you guys, is like NFTs are like there's like a couple use cases where Web3 really makes sense in gaming. Like trading cards is a huge one, and then like persistent loot shooters is another one that just is like a no brainer. So
Right.
that's pretty exciting shit, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like we're almost like biting off too much sometimes because on top
Sure.
of it, we're competing with Fortnite and UEFN and all
Sure.
that, because people can create weapon skins, insignias, affect their operator loadout, but we also are going to have a map creator tool and all that kind of stuff down the future, very similar to what UEFN is today. And that's why we went and did things like Shrapnel, which it's not Shrap the Night, it's Fortnite and Shrapnel,
Mhm.
Shrapnel, you know. But that's been really cool because we literally just recreated Shrapnel and took our game assets from the actual game and put them in that.
Are you serious?
And
That's awesome.
yeah, it's insane. Like you have to play it sometime.
Oh,
It's
that's
like
really cool.
basically anyone like my nephew who's like not 18 yet or something. I'm just like, if you want to play Uncle Dub's game, then go do it in Fortnite. It's the same.
Speaking
It's
his
the same
language.
thing.
Go find it in the ball pit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. It really does feel like in so many ways, gaming is putting the values or the benefits of Web3 on its shoulders. Like it has been the lead example for the killer app thus far that people can most easily grok. And
Yeah.
it's tough. Like on the art side, yes, provenance, of course, there's a lot of innovation that's happening over there. But you're seeing it play out in real time with gaming in a way that feels like it will approach the most people the most quickly.
Yeah. And it just feels like this weird version 3 of gaming that just feels better. I don't know. It's so on every like aspect of it, even the
100%.
questing inside of it and everything there, which is what I did before Shrapnel. And like, for example, with Shrapnel, we're partnered with Smoke.io, which is one of the Web3 companies that running on like reputation and things. And
Okay.
we have a really cool content creator contest via their bot where people can literally just submit clips, and then they get put into a channel where everyone can vote. And whoever vote, ends up with the most votes, I just send them operator NFTs. And no matter where they are in the country, it's just like, okay, send, done. And those things can't happen in Web 2. So it's really cool to be using all that tech and using it in cool ways that I know are not possible with the other games.
Yeah, man. So cool. It's been great seeing the development of it from afar too. And just seeing the quality, like it's so apparent that it's a team with a lot of experience, with a lot of vision. And yeah, the graphics and the gameplay alone, just from the teasers and the tests, has looked insane. So hats off to the whole team.
Yeah, I was so sold. So like the way that I ended up on the team was I just flew myself out for a play test and was like, okay, I'm gonna quasi interview while doing this play test.
Nice, man.
And it was through that experience and walking the studio, meeting the game team, talking to all of them, because I hadn't ever done that before. I had always worked on questing or some other platform and was just a guy on a video call to these studios before, and getting to see what it is and that they have healthcare and all this stuff. It's like, oh my God, this is
it's
legit.
real.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
I'm willing to move and upfront my whole entire life for this thing. Let's go and do it, and it's been awesome.
Bullish. Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's great. So I had another question when it came to like where you guys are currently. It sounds like you're in alpha. Can you tell us a little bit more about pre-alpha? Okay, got it. And then, I mean, this year is huge. We've been saying it for a long time now. Like 2024 was going to be a big year for gaming in general, and for all of these studios that had come up in the bull run of 2021 and gotten support. It's now coming to fruition. So what does the year look like for you guys? What are you guys trying to tackle on the roadmap? What's the game plan for beta and public launch?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely, after this STX window and sprint that we do, getting to the always open, whether that's an alpha or beta, I don't know what they want to call it.
Sure.
That moment, that's the biggest thing for us as far as targets for 2024. As we're definitely I hope to hit that, and I know everyone on the team wants to hit that. Outside of that, for me and for my team, we're looking at every single event, not just crypto event, but gaming events like DICE, all these kind of things, and making sure we have presence there. We're finally ready for that. And I'm really excited to see that roll out, because it's basically going to be the soft launch of our Web 2 marketing, but also the development and like the continuation of our Web 3 marketing and community, which is it's cool to have the two hand in hand, because essentially they're going to be the ones that are creating all the content, doing all the cool things that everyone at Web 2 is going to be like, oh, I want to do that too. So it's going to be fun.
Awesome. That's great, man.
Do you guys have anything? I know we were talking about GDC earlier. Are there any big reveals happening at GDC, or is it just you guys showing up, having the play?
It's their
We have
underwear line.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's some pretty big merch drops happening there that I'm really excited about that we've been partnering with others and collabing on.
Ooh.
But otherwise, the build that we're trying to push and get out in GDC is gonna have a lot of key elements to it. So I'm super excited to see that. Obviously I can't say what those are, in case we're not able to to hit that.
Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon.
This is the
Power World, and
go.
we're like, we already got the
Yeah.
guns. Let's just
There's
bring the Pokemon.
Only one way to get beyond Pal World, and it was putting guns in Pokemon hands.
Yeah, that's hilarious. But no, I mean, I think the big thing is going to be the merch that we have, our physical presence there, and then also the game having a lot of awesome elements to it being brought online during that week as well.
Incredible. When is GDC officially? Do you guys know the couple of
March
dates?
March 18th to 22nd. I'm glad
Boom.
that it's like it's
in there.
last week it wasn't in there at all, and I had some pretty rough calls. But now it's in there.
He's ready, baby.
GDC when it happens.
Dude, you have no idea. I mean, just imagine renting an Airbnb and saying like, "Hey, I want 6 PCs in there ready to play and stream Shrapnel." It's such a weird thing to do, but like putting it all together, and it'll be a cool event.
Do you guys have a room for our Nerf gun arsenal? Is there enough room here at this Airbnb for our Nerf guns?
There should be. I actually took all the Nerf guns from Miami and sent them back to our studio, so they're in a box somewhere around here, and,
How much
and
did
they're ready for the future.
That must have cost a fortune to ship. It's a big old box of plastic.
I think it was like $100. It wasn't too bad.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I think you just.
I mean,
I was gonna make a
$2,000 in guns, $100 to ship them.
Yeah,
worth it.
That's okay. That's not bad.
That's good budgeting right there.
Did you ever see that YouTube video where the guy made like a full-on machine gun of Nerf balls, and there was like a hopper like this big. I kid you not.
American Gladiators.
It was like a Gatling gun, and it just like blasted Nerf everywhere.
It's so funny. I had a
amazing.
Gatling gun thing too. It didn't have that much to it, but I basically dominated the Nerf war, which I was designed to dominate.
It's rigged, dude.
Nice.
It was we were ultimately filming this movie where I was like supposed to be the last one standing and everything. I don't think the movie ever made it out. Maybe I just wasn't a good enough actor. They're like, nah, fuck this guy. This isn't it.
We gotta scrap this.
But I'll keep dreaming of it.
I want to see it.
Are you guys ever gonna hire Jason Statham to do real-time CGI Nerf battles for you guys?
I don't think he'll be doing the CGI Nerf battles, but we'll probably get him in as a playable character into the game, and he'll be like the legendary.
Let's go.
To collect essentially.
The version from Crank is the version you need.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was wild because for our trailer that went out last year, and that's been one of our big marketing beats. That was actually from the choreography guys from John Wick.
No
and
way.
That was like a big deal to get those guys going.
That's rad.
To get that choreography.
That's
and
cool.
everything.
I love John Wick.
Same, man. Don't fuck with that guy's dog, okay?
I'm just thinking about
Right.
John Wick now. This is now a John Wick podcast.
Speaking of which, speaking of John Wick, do you guys have dogs in your game?
We don't have
Playable?
we have a dog skin with the Bodagos. We made Buddy
Close
the
enough.
pistol, and we have rats and birds.
Yo.
Oh,
So you have pigeons, or you have both rats and birds?
I hope it's crows.
Both rats and birds. I don't
Okay.
know what birds they are. I need to investigate more. But there's
Ostrich.
a specific alley, and it's weird when you go down it. It like triggers the rats to like come out or whatever.
Whoa.
And every time I'm just like, Shrapnel, let's do it.
Can you
Names
like
is up, man.
capture? Can you capture any of the rats and help
I
you
tried.
cook?
I tried.
Try to
I
become the
even
Rat King.
yeah, I sang to him. I brought my piper out and
Bro,
nothing.
yeah, you should like hide a pipe somewhere, like a flute somewhere in the game, and then you'd be able to court the rats to do your bidding, like swarm other people.
Can we just have a session with your game devs?
Yeah,
Can we
yeah.
schedule something?
Yeah.
Nobody lets us
for
in the
sure.
room to make any decisions, dude, and I am tired of it. We need a Pied
No,
Piper game.
They're all still glued to the TV in there. It looks like so. They're all.
We got
they're all
endless
getting
ideas
it.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just going to take the rest of the stream as an opportunity to spitball absolute dog shit ideas to you guys.
Ostrich mounts, maybe, because they're super fast.
Yeah.
They could take a
Dude.
bullet. They could take a bullet for sure.
So there's a cool one that came from a community member that like I'm letting him run with it. He's making a game design doc and everything right now, and it's called the Sig Monster. And basically, it's just a Sigma Godzilla-like monster that was formed. And instead of being the extraction shooter, it's the PVE mode or
That's cool.
whatever. And I'm
That's
looking
cool.
forward to seeing how that turns out.
I hope that makes it in.
Yeah, me too. That'll be for the beyond the map creator tools into the the experience creating tools if we get there.
Yeah, mod tools are always an interesting thing. Which games decide to integrate those and which don't. It's kind of hit or miss, honestly. Like sometimes mod tools go over great, and sometimes they turn into an absolute nightmare that you just have to moderate all the time. Like I mean, like Power World, right? Like you got like Digimon in there and like Peter Griffin running around with a machine gun. It's like, okay, this is maybe a little off brand, but like Dota came from
so good though.
the Warcraft 3 mod, and so
yeah, exactly. It's wild because Mark Long, our CEO, is just dead set on this game being fully moddable. That was the vision from way back when, and he saw that in his game career was that always the best games were just mods of the games, and that's why he wanted to make a game that was fully moddable, but also had the royalties enforceable and everything, and that's where blockchain really came in. So pretty stoked to see all that, but you're right on the moderation side of it, because that's going to be a whole can of worms. I'm also looking forward to people like creating insignias to like camouflage themselves, maybe as a pack of rats or something around the dumpster.
Yo, we got to do that, Orphan.
A trash ghillie suit. Walking around
like
with like milk
someone's
cartons
gonna
on
do
your arm?
it. I know it's gonna happen, and like we're making the systems for that to be a thing. So
Can you lay on the ground in Shrapnel?
not yet, but I would imagine proning is gonna be a thing in the future.
Scurry
You
around.
can definitely crouch and
so
like.
sick.
I imagine people like having created these emblems and insignias and modifying their apparel, just so that when they crouch in this one spot on the map, they're fucking invisible.
Yeah,
I like
kind
that
of
a
a
lot.
thing,
I like that a lot.
That's so cool. Man,
Really
that just
man.
sparks too many ideas.
I know. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what you guys develop and everything. Because I mean, as I've already said, like it's such a good proving point of the team's ability. So yeah,
it's wild too because it's like it's one of these like it takes two kind of stuff. We have to obviously build all these tools for people to do it, but at the same time we have to have a creator community working with us side by side, getting all this kind of stuff going and being able to push us to make it better and make it work, because if we just keep working on it ourselves, we'll never get there.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, hey, man, you've been hanging out with us for quite some time. It sounds like your team's out there waiting for you.
Yeah,
so
what
why don't we
time?
get you?
They're just all eating, having fun, and laughing at me right now.
All right, good.
Literally, Tony's doing that.
That's messed up and also hilarious.
Full plate, just smiling like, oh, you're stuck on a call? Sick. Enjoy that.
We'll
Let's
wrap
get you outta
things
here,
up and let things go. So
Yeah.
just to wrap things up in a nice little bow, Dub, what if someone's interested, they go on the site, they get a pack? Is that the best place for someone to start?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say first check it out at shrapnel.com and then give it a go at joining us in Discord if you want, and see if you can get a free pack. I'm sure you can. We really want these core Web3 guys to to get in and be involved. And if that means that I need to slide you in past the pay gate, totally willing to do that. But if you want to just buy all of them and have all of them, have at it. That's all you really need. The extraction pack is going to be the key going forward, starting February 8th, to get involved and to be playing. But when we're not playing Shrapnel and the STX, we're going to be playing Shrapnite in the Discord on Fridays. Basically, every Friday we're going to be doing game nights going forward and have content creator contests alongside each game night, so that people can submit clips and get some NFTs and things.
I gotta get in the Discord. Honestly, I don't think I'm in there yet. So,
especially if you guys are doing it every Friday night.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Well, great, man. Dub, thank you so much for coming on, dude. We're you know, like we talked about in our meeting the other week, like we're really trying to focus on games that are like at the top of their game. They look the most fun. They look like they have a team, not fly by night. Like, and that's going to become especially important as Web3 gaming starts to really, you know, spin its gears. So, we appreciate you giving us the info, helping us get going, and we're looking forward to working with you and kind of. I mean, I'm looking forward to playing the game.
Yeah, you guys have a different soul that I can't go and find anywhere else, and it's a nice little flavor in my hot pot. So I gotta nurture it, man. I gotta nurture it. I gotta let it thrive.
What a word!
Why does this hot pot taste like dirt?
Dude, I had hot pot for the first time last night in my life.
Really?
It's just life changing.
It really is life changing.
Robot servers too, and I don't know. If
oh my god, you had one of those? That's
for
awesome.
Hot pots, but it was just a wild experience, and I've been making hot pot references this entire
ever since.
Hours.
Yeah, can't get enough.
All right, man.
So good to connect with you, man.
Yeah,
we're glad you're over there too. They got a good one. S tier game, S tier people.
I appreciate you.
F tier hot pot. Tastes like dirt now that we're in there. But all right,
wouldn't have it any other way, boys.
Big round of applause for you. Appreciate it. Thanks so much, man. We will catch you soon.
All right, guys. We'll see ya. All right, you want to look at the schedule before we get out of here?
Let's look at the schedule, Rye.
What a guy, huh?
Oh, that was fun.
What a guy.
Dude, I'm looking forward to playing it. I want to know. So I've played a lot of Tarkov, and
it sounds like it.
I am looking forward to seeing how Tarkov like it is and where they improve on it. Because I'm gonna be honest, Tarkov has a lot of cheaters. It's not fun all the time. There's a lot of just getting randomly sniped. So you know.
When did you last play? Did you play it like religiously for a while?
Man, I'm trying to think when I played it. I played it for like 6 months pretty often, and then I just got stressed out. So you know.
I used to play a ton of first-person shooters myself, and I mean Halo a lot, Call of Duty. So I'm excited to like get back into playing some shooters because that was like a huge passion of mine many moons ago when I was a young lad.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at the schedule.
Cool.
And there sounds like maybe there'll be a Shrapnel show, or at least once they get it more regular, I guess. But for now, we'll just do special streams, playing it, trying to get it going. Check out the schedule.
Yeah. So this week was our first week of having every single day covered for you guys. So that was really exciting. Getting Austin on prime time. He's back again tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST. So that was awesome. We had Money Talks last week was the first show. Mm-hmm. And then we did another one this week with the Nifty Island co-founder, Charles. And Money was running around on islands, checking some out. Game Cellar is going to be Tuesday, Thursdays. Thursdays is our regular, but Orphan, you're grinding parallel on Tuesday nights as well, which is awesome. And then we had our first episode of Second Breakfast this week too. And that was a really cool turnout because a bunch of the parallel OGs ended up showing up for that.
Yeah. Did you, I forgot to kind of debrief on that with you. Did you,
Dude, you didn't even watch it, did you?
No, I watched like half an hour of it.
Oh, all right. Thanks, man.
I watched the first half an hour.
Yeah, I had
and
some
then
technical issues.
had to go do some stuff, but it looked
Nice,
good.
sweetheart.
You know, the scenes looked awesome. It was
Yeah,
cool to
yeah,
see
who designed
everyone
this?
in the Discord again.
Yeah.
That was such a vibe. I remember game nights and I remember Breakfast Club, and
Yeah.
so bringing that back is pretty fun.
Yeah, we had quite the crowd in actually. I I didn't see it because I was like I was sharing the wrong screen. I was trying to share my internet browser and I forgot to change the scenes. So it was just like Discord was up the entire time.
Yeah.
But when I flipped back and I saw it was like 30 plus people that were like a lot of familiar names from day ones. It was really good to see. So pretty cool support there. We did just like really quickly from the top. We just had a quick chat up front, and then we had the weekly recap from Prime Wiki, and then we did some analytical observations from the prior week and month that Flap Jackson and Rarity sent over from priming. And then yeah, just chatted on some things. We actually didn't cover Prime on Wednesday, but we will likely look at the charts whenever we can. So moving forward, it'll be a little smoother. That was my first run, but I had a lot of fun. It was cool.
Sounds good, man.
Yep.
Well, what do you say we call it a day? We'll catch
Let's do
you.
it.
Is Austin streaming tomorrow? I don't know.
Stream tomorrow. Yeah, 3
Yeah.
p.m.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll
Yeah,
see
Eastern.
you tomorrow for Austin's show, and then we will catch you next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate all y'all. We will catch you later.
Bye, y'all.